what is the whole, let's just say, philosophy behind the notion of interim release? We kind of answered that. But also, what are the conditions historically under which interim release was granted? And what are we potentially looking at in the case of President Duterte, considering that he did not voluntarily cooperate with the institution, to put it mildly? And these are mass atrocities we're talking about as far as the allegations are concerned.
So there's three main points why a person should be arrested. And on the part of the ICC, all those were, well, at least 2 points have been fulfilled, observed, for the issuance of a warrant of arrest. The ICC will only order the arrest and detention of a person or a suspect if this person is, 1, a flight risk, if this person will not show up at trial.
Right.
So you're going to be ordered arrested if you're not likely going to attend trial. 2, if you're more likely going to obstruct or to endanger the proceedings.
Right.
Not only the process, but also all those involved. So that includes victims.
Threatening the victims,
and witnesses.
for instance.
And then third, the ICC would generally look at the risks. If this person will continue to commit crimes or commit other crimes in relation to this. For example, in relation to the second ground, if he will kill witnesses, if he will tamper with evidence. So the continued commission of
crimes. Or could be targeted by other potential co-accused.
Yeah, so
right.
Any other crime that adds, in a sense, to the case. In the case of Duterte, all those 3 grounds or all those 3 points were present, or the risks were present, which was why the ICC issued a warrant of arrest and not just a summons against Duterte. And that's the default. Those conditions exist at present, and so the request should say, oh, actually, they're not present. Problem is, with the defense request, it's all self-serving arguments. I will not commit crimes. I am not a flight risk. I am like this. So...
so because...
there is already a finding.
Ipso facto, you were issued warrant of arrest precisely because you were not cooperating, so there's a flight risk, and that you were, potentially involved in continuing the crime. Immediately, defense has to say he's not going to be flight risk. He's not going to continue to commit crime. So that's the context within which that sentence came out.
That's why when people were asking me if, wow, this is new, he's admitting to having committed crimes.
Well, Malacanang made something out of that.
They really made a big deal out of it. But I think it was just, following the jurisprudence in the ICC, you have to show that you are not. So those 3 points. Now, the prosecutor, their submission is comprehensive. So first, is he a flight risk? He's not even admitting the legitimacy of the proceedings. And when he was arrested, there was even physical violent acts. And so we're looking at a part 2 in case he's going to be, quote-unquote, re-arrested. Pero dapat hindi re-arrest yun eh. Parang when he's released, and then he's going to be put back to the ICC, parang iniisip ng ICC, kung re-arrest na mangyayari, baka sino naman ang tatamaan ng cellphone nito. So, physical acts, behavior, statements of Duterte, all put in, they considered that. There are other points as well as to capacity to flee, connections, money, and even influence, minimum, because even if we're not just talking about Duterte per se, we're talking about his family members, one who is a sitting vice president, and friends. When he was in office, he made friends. Remember that at one point he went to China as a friend of the president. So
back to back with Henry Kissinger. So just to put things into context, right?
Yeah. So it's most probable that he will have the capacity and the tendency to flee. I mean, if you're saying, "Oh, I've been kidnapped," why will you voluntarily return?
And he's surrounded by also fugitives. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like it's also the crowd he has, right? Like they're known as not really cooperative.
Yeah, I mean, the first chance to leave or to flee, they'll take it.